to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.
Hi, I'm Audra.
And I'm Sheryl.
And today we are going to have some straight talk.
Straight talk about divorce.
All right, let's do it, Sheryl. Let's talk about divorce. What's our topic today?
Well, today I want to talk about finances.
Okay.
And specifically, when you're going through divorce, finances are a mess. So how do I know if it's going to be better to file for bankruptcy or to really try to work this out and trudge through and pay all of these extended bills, and how are those divide up, and just so many things that are complicated.
There really are. There's so many complications when it comes to dollars and cents. I think really the first thing to do when you're considering bankruptcy or not, friends, know your numbers. How much money lump sum are you behind? How much money monthly are you being asked on a minimum to put out? How much money monthly are you bringing in? If the mandatory minimum is greater than what you're bringing in and you're at your earning capacity, right? Like there's nowhere else for you to go. It might be time for you to call us and ask to talk to one of our preferred bankruptcy attorneys. There's no shame in the cleanup game. It happens. It will have consequences, though.
What are some of those consequences?
Great question. So, for example, you might not be able to get a home loan. Remember, I am a lender of 20 years. So getting a home loan, when you filed bankruptcy, there's one loan that you can be in bankruptcy and still get a loan. It's the Chapter 13 bankruptcy. If you've made 12 months worth of on-time payments and the judge writes you an okay letter, like we're going to give you a pass, it's possible, if your credit and income approve, it's possible to get a loan while you're still in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy.
Okay, wow. That's something I didn't know.
Right?
New information for me. So what are the different types of bankruptcies, and how do you determine which one?
I am not a bankruptcy attorney, but I have a friend who is, so holler if you need to get introduced to her. There's a Chapter 7, and I believe that one releases all data, like it's just gone. Okay, no repayment plan. There is a Chapter 11. I don't know anything about it. Do you?
No.
Okay. And then
Heard
chapter
of it.
right, then at Chapter 13 that you have a payment plan to make right. Okay, so that's the gist of it. Coming from a non-bankruptcy attorney, we will connect you with our preferred bankruptcy attorney. Just ask. Okay, we're giving you consequence in a general capacity so you can get your bearings.
So I want people to know that you can come through all of this. I know this is daunting at the time, but I've worked with clients who've gone through bankruptcy. They've gotten their lives in order, and I've helped them find their perfect home. So if you're stuck in this situation, don't be discouraged, guys. You can get through this, but the key thing is you have to connect yourself with the right, knowledgeable professionals who know what they're doing so you can get the right advice.
Absolutely. Well, Sheryl, what if I wanted to buy a house, but I've been in bankruptcy? What option do I have with you as a real estate agent? What am I going to have to do? You know, I'm going to have to buy cash. I mean, are there sellers offering financing for people?
It depends on the market that you're in. Right now, we really don't see many sellers offer financing. I think as I understand it, there's a certain waiting period after you go through a bankruptcy. If you've satisfied that waiting period, then I believe you're eligible for a mortgage. Is that correct?
That's accurate. So it can be anywhere from 2 up to 7 years after the bankruptcy, with the reestablishment of credit, with the score being appropriate for lending guidelines, and the debt to income being appropriate as well. And I do know that there's some hard money lenders that might be out there that give a very expensive, hear me, very expensive, a lot of money loan. When you've got poo-poo credit, that means your risk is high. And remember, the higher the risk, the higher the rate. All right?
And be very careful before you enter into something like that.
Otherwise, I'd have to buy cash.
Yeah. And chances are, if you've gone through a bankruptcy, you probably don't have access to that cash, or you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in.
That's true. But we never know.
Yeah. I mean, ask the relatives. Win the lottery, guys.
All right. I know. I'd like a steak dinner, please, if you do win. Anyway, well, I think the most important thing to come away with is that if you know your numbers and really there is no light at the end of the tunnel, bankruptcy is a fresh start.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the stigma of divorce anyway. There's a lot of shame and make wrong when it comes to getting divorced. There's a lot of shame and make wrong when it comes to bankruptcy. Like, what? You can't manage your money? What? You're in upside down over your head? Okay, so what? 100% of accidents are accidents. Clean it up. Let's move along.
Absolutely. Like Audra said, take it as a fresh start. You're going to start over, and your life can be whatever you want it to be from this point on.
Amen. That was great. That was beautiful. Yes, it can. Whatever you say is so is exactly what it is. Yeah, I think that should end it right there. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Sheryl.
This has been Straight Talk, guys.
Straight Talk Divorce. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.